Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Chris and Andre Show.
All right, so in high school, there was a girl in my chemistry class. We ended up being lab partners, and I thought she was cute. And so I was kind of like,
take your shot.
Yeah. And she had a boyfriend, right? That I didn't know about at the time, but she was like, I'm seeing somebody. And I'm like, okay. But we were still lab partners. And so, like the subtle flirting, like, I'm still interested, but, like, I get it. You're taken. And then she's like, oh, I'm not, like we broke up. And I'm like, okay, cool. And so like we started hanging out. It was like Valentine's Day. I made that mistake where I'm like, oh, let's go out for Valentine's Day for the first time ever.
Yeah.
Anyways, like, so we became a couple, only for me to then find out that she had not broken up with this dude.
McFly.
So like, that created a whole thing, right? My sister and I decided that we were going to have a house party when my parents were out of town. And everything's cool until these two dudes show up, the boyfriend and his friend, the ex-boyfriend at that point. And they wanted to fight, but it was my house party with my friends. So I had plenty of backup, even though I'm not a fighter. I'm just going to throw it. Like, last fight I got in was probably like 6th grade. After that, I was just like, no, I'm not doing that anymore. And so that everything was fine there, and like nobody threw any punches or anything. Fast forward to a couple of years later, my girlfriend from high school is now at UNCW. I came down for the weekend. We're hanging out, and they're like, "Hey, there's this house party." I'm like, "All right, yeah." And so we go over to this house party. Find out that the house is the friend of the dude, the ex-boyfriend, right? The one who was at the party trying to start shit. And
how'd that go?
Not well. Not well at all. So, like, I'm in the kitchen and I'm trying to go get like a cup for the keg, and he stops me and he's like, "Hey, man, what's up?" And I'm like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" Like, I recognized who he was. And he was like, "This is my house." And I was like, "I did not know that." I was like, "Is it cool that I'm here?" And he was like, "Yeah, man, it's cool. No worries. That was a long time ago." And he like goes to dab it up. And then fucking sucker punches me. And we tumbled through the house and everybody's, "Oh, fight. I did not get in any good shots or anything. Like I'll be honest, like I kind of got my ass kicked in that fight. The sucker punch didn't help, but he probably would have kicked my ass anyways. And so like we left, and it was like maybe another year later. I think it was my sister's boyfriend, who was also down in Wilmington at the time, because she went to UNCW too. My sister did. And he's throwing a house party. And this friend shows up. And I think the cops came at one point. And then so it cleared out a lot of people. And then like we're standing outside, and it's me, my sister's boyfriend, and the friend of the ex-boyfriend. And my sister's boy, like, it was awkward, right? Because, like, I wasn't going to say anything. This other dude wasn't saying anything. But my sister's boyfriend's like, "Yo, I think you owe Chris an apology." And I'm just like, "What are you doing?" I was just going to let this shit slide. And the guy's like, "No, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry, man." And he, like, went to dab it up. And I'm like, "Oh." And he's like, No. Like, so, like, we hugged it out. And that was it.
I wouldn't have hugged him, yo.
No, I mean,
yeah, that's not happening. I'm like, all right, we're good.
Keep it moving at that point. But
and that's you got sucker.
I did.
Yo, I would have known that wasn't clean. I was like, nah, I'm good, yo. Like,
I'm too trusting when it comes to that stuff for sure. But anyways.
Yeah.
Chris humiliates himself. Thanks for joining us.